Game 6 was supposed to be the end of the road for Denver. The top-seeded Thunder were expected to close it out, but the Nuggets had other plans. Facing elimination, Denver showed serious grit. Nikola Jokić and Jamal Murray led the charge, combining for 54 points in a must-win performance. Murray played through illness and Michael Porter Jr. was banged up, but the team battled hard and refused to give in. Now, the series is tied 3-3 after a 119-107 win over Oklahoma City, setting up a winner-takes-all Game 7 on Thursday night in Denver. With a trip to the Western Conference Finals on the line and critics starting to doubt them, the Nuggets will head back to Oklahoma City with momentum and determination. As usual, Nikola Jokić was at the heart of it all. After a few quiet games by his high standards, the three-time MVP reminded everyone why he's still one of the most dominant players in the league. The Nuggets got contributions from all over the roster in Game 6. Despite being under the weather, Jamal Murray looked like his usual playoff self, sharp, fearless, and clutch. Christian Braun had a career night, Julian Strawther brought energy and scoring off the bench, and even Michael Porter Jr., playing through a shoulder injury, knocked down key shots when it mattered most. This wasn't just a win, it was a message. The Nuggets aren't backing down. Since Nikola Jokić joined the team, Denver is 4-2 in Game 7s, and now, with momentum on their side, they're heading into another one with confidence. Jokić heard the talk about whether the Thunder had figured him out during Games 2 through 4. He looked off. His passing wasn't as sharp, his efficiency dipped, and OKC's defense seemed to disrupt his rhythm. But that version of Jokić is gone. After dropping 44 points in a Game 5 loss, he came into Game 6 focused and determined, and delivered. He finished with 29 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists in a calm, dominant, near triple-double performance that reminded everyone why he's a three-time MVP. We've seen it all season. Nikola Jokić didn't beat the Thunder with sheer force. He beat them by making the right play every single time. When they doubled him, he found the open shooter. Give him space? That soft, mid-range jumper was automatic. Challenge him at the rim? He made it look easy. This wasn't just about putting up stats. It was about control. From the opening tip, Jokić set the pace. What stood out most was how composed he was. He didn't force shots or chase another 40-point night. He trusted his teammates, and they stepped up. Still, make no mistake, Jokić was the one driving it all. When things tightened in the third quarter, he steadied the team. He made the smart pass, got the key rebound in traffic, sealed off defenders in the post. He doesn't yell, he doesn't showboat, and he doesn't need the spotlight. But Game 6 was Jokić making a statement. You might slow him down for a game or two, but not when it matters most. Not when his team is facing elimination. The Nuggets are heading into Game 7 with the most reliable superstar in basketball playing at his best. And by now, we really shouldn't be surprised by Jamal Murray. Just hours before Game 6, Murray was listed as questionable due to illness. Even Denver's interim coach, David Adelman, confirmed he was definitely sick. A lot of players might have sat that one out or gone through the motions, but Murray isn't most players, especially in the playoffs. Only 45 minutes before tip-off, he was cleared to play. And once the game started, he didn't just show up, he showed out. Murray finished with 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. But more important than the numbers was his timing. When OKC tried to make a run, when Denver needed a lift, or when the crowd needed a spark, Murray delivered. Floaters, step-backs, pinpoint passes. He had it all going, and this is nothing new. According to ESPN, Denver is 9-3 in playoff elimination games when Murray plays. In those 12 games, he averages 27, 8 points and 2 assists. When the pressure rises, so does he. This is the same player who dropped 50-point games in the 2020 bubble and hit clutch shots during Denver's championship run. Now, he's added another chapter, gutting it out while sick to push the Nuggets one step closer to the Western Conference Finals. What sets Murray apart isn't just his talent. It's his toughness, his timing, and his refusal to back down. When it matters most, what makes Jamal Murray special is that he never gets overwhelmed by the moment. He thrives in it. When Jokic draws attention, Murray punishes defenders, whether off the catch or with smart cuts. When the offense stalls, he can take over for a few possessions and steady things. And even when he's not 100% like in Game 6, he finds a way to dig deeper. This isn't just Jokic's team, it's Jokic and Murray. Their two-man game is a nightmare for defenses. When both are on, Denver is nearly unbeatable. But while superstars win games, role players win you series. And in Game 6, the Nuggets' supporting cast didn't just show up, they made history. Let's start with Christian Braun. The 24-year-old forward had what could only be called a breakout performance, posting 23 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's not just a solid game. That's rare. According to OPA stats, Braun, along with Jokic and Murray, became part of a trio to each record 20-plus points, 8-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists in a playoff game. The last time that happened was in 1966, with John Havlicek, Sam Jones, and Bill Russell on the Boston Celtics. Almost 60 years ago. Braun was everywhere, chasing loose balls, finishing on fast breaks, hitting tough shots, and battling for rebounds. Like his season depended on it? And well, it did. Then there's Julian Strawther. He wasn't expected to be a major factor, but he stepped up when it mattered. In the third quarter, when the Nuggets were struggling to find a spark, Julian Strawther stepped up. He scored 15 points in just under 20 minutes, all in the second half. Every time Oklahoma City tried to close the gap, Strawther found space and delivered. His confidence was contagious, and he didn't just score, he changed the game's energy. This is what makes the Nuggets so dangerous. You can game plan for Jokic and Murray, but then Brown gets hot, Strawther steps in with fearlessness, and Porter hits a clutch three. Speaking of Michael Porter Jr., let's not forget about him. Yes, a shoulder injury has limited him throughout the series, affecting his rhythm and lift. But in Game 6, when Denver needed him most, Porter delivered, scoring 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting, including 2 big threes that swung the momentum. They weren't flashy, but they were winning plays. Denver's depth has often been questioned, but in Game 6, it was the difference. Oklahoma City's bench just couldn't match Denver's intensity, and that's a big reason why the series is headed to Game 7. If there was any doubt about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's superstar status, Game 6 erased it. He delivered exactly what you expect from a star in a high-pressure game. 32 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. He attacked the paint, hit tough shots, and created offense on his own. Shai kept OKC in the game all night, answering every time. Denver tried to pull away. His poise and control were those of a seasoned veteran, not someone still in the early stages of his prime. But as good as Shai was, one player can only do so much. Jalen Williams, the Thunder's versatile forward, continued to struggle, and that's a big concern for OKC going into Game 7. Williams shot just 3 of 16 from the field, finishing with only 6 points. While he did contribute 10 assists and 7 rebounds, the shooting slump is real, and it's getting worse over the last few games. Jalen Williams is shooting just 10 of 43 from the field, barely 23%. In a series this tight, that kind of drop-off from your second-best player can make all the difference, especially when Denver's role players are stepping up. You can see the effort. Williams is playing hard and getting to his spots, but the shots just aren't falling. And Denver's defense has been relentless, applying pressure every time he catches the ball. OKC also didn't get much from their supporting cast. Yes, Chet Holmgren had his best game of the series with 19 points on 8 of 14 shooting and 11 rebounds. His presence inside altered Denver's rim attacks, even though he finished with just 1 block. But outside of Shai and Chet, OKC's bench was nearly silent. This game wasn't lost because Shai didn't show up. It was because he didn't get enough help. If Oklahoma City wants to close out the series at home, they'll need more than just their star. They need Williams to snap out of his slump and get energy from the bench. Against the Nuggets, effort alone won't cut it. Execution will. Game 6 wasn't just about talent. It was about strategy. And Denver won that battle decisively. The most glaring difference was Denver's execution in the half court. Their offense was clicking, sharp ball movement, excellent spacing, and perfect timing. They weren't getting high-quality looks through isolation plays. Instead, it came from constant motion, unselfish passing, and smart decisions. Whether it was Jokic running the offense from the top of the key or Murray driving and kicking, Denver's ability to keep things flowing made all the difference.